Below is a fully rewritten version of the Track 12 Shocking Psychological Facts That Can Make Life Easier. Every year, thousands of scientific studies are published around the world. A large number of these studies focus on psychology and human behavior. The problem is that most people do not have the time or patience to read complicated research papers. However, many of these psychological findings are extremely useful in daily life. When understood in simple terms, they can help us improve our mood, relationships, and decisions. In this article, we will explore 12 fascinating psychological facts based on research and psychotherapy principles. Once you understand these ideas, you may start looking at everyday situations in a completely different way. 1. Music changes the way we see things. Most people know that music can affect emotions. A fast, energetic song can make you feel motivated, while a slow and sad song can make you feel low. But music does more than change mood. It can actually influence how we interpret what we see around us. A 2011 psychological study asked participants to look at pictures showing happy and sad faces while listening to different types of music. When people listened to sad music, they were more likely to choose the sad faces. When they listened to cheerful music, they picked the happy faces more often. Psychologists call this perceptual expectation. In simple terms, what we hear influences what we notice with our eyes. That is why energetic music is helpful during exercise, while calm music often improves concentration when studying or working. In psychotherapy, music is sometimes used to guide emotional states and support relaxation. The Dunning-Kruger effect. In 1999, two social psychologists introduced a concept known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. This psychological idea explains something interesting about intelligence and confidence. People who are highly skilled or knowledgeable often doubt their abilities and believe they still have a lot to learn. On the other hand, people with average knowledge sometimes overestimate how capable they are. You may have noticed this in everyday life. Someone who constantly tells others how smart they are may not actually be as capable as they claim. Meanwhile, a truly knowledgeable person often stays humble. For example, before an exam, you might hear someone say, "I didn't prepare well, I think I could have done better." Surprisingly, that same person may end up getting very good marks. Highly intelligent people often recognize their limitations and keep questioning their knowledge. This awareness is also encouraged in psychotherapy, where self-reflection helps people grow and improve. 3. Singing can reduce anxiety. Imagine you are driving to work and you are about to give an important presentation. It is normal to feel nervous in that situation. Psychology offers a surprisingly simple solution. If you play your favorite song and sing along, your brain begins to release endorphins and oxytocin. These chemicals improve mood and reduce stress. Singing can also lower cortisol, the hormone linked to stress. At the same time, it helps slow down your heart rate, making you feel calmer and more confident. Because of these effects, music and singing are sometimes used in therapeutic settings to reduce anxiety and improve emotional well-being. Number 4, the power of silence in conversations. Many people feel uncomfortable when a conversation becomes silent. However, silence can actually be a powerful communication tool. If you want someone to keep talking, try asking a question and then remain quiet while maintaining eye contact. When there is silence, most people feel a natural urge to fill that gap. As a result, they often continue speaking and may share more information than they originally planned. Psychologists and psychotherapists often use this technique during counseling sessions. By allowing quiet moments, people feel encouraged to open up and express their thoughts more honestly. 5. Let others feel like the expert. If you want to make a positive impression, talk to people about topics they care deeply about. For example, imagine you meet someone who loves cars. Even if you know a lot about cars yourself, you can ask them questions and show interest in their knowledge. When people explain something they enjoy, they feel confident and valued. This creates a pleasant and friendly interaction. There is a well-known idea, often mentioned in personal development in psychotherapy. When you speak, you repeat what you already know. But when you listen, you learn something new. Good listeners are often seen as more likable and trustworthy. 6. Food can calm tension. Sometimes conversations become heated and arguments start to build. Psychologists have observed that eating can calm people down. Food naturally creates a relaxed atmosphere because eating is associated with comfort and safety. If you feel that a disagreement may turn into a conflict, try offering something to eat or suggesting a snack break. Even something simple like sharing a piece of chocolate can ease tension and help people feel more relaxed. In therapy and group discussions, shared activities like eating can also reduce emotional intensity. 7. Building a habit takes 66 days. For many years, people believed it takes 21 days to build a new habit. However, newer psychological research suggests that the process usually takes around 66 days. These 66 days can often be divided into 3 stages. During the first 22 days, the habit feels uncomfortable and unfamiliar. In the next 22 days, motivation may drop and many people feel like giving up. During the final 22 days, the behavior becomes easier and begins to feel natural. Once a habit reaches this stage, it starts to fit into your daily routine. Psychotherapy often focuses on gradual behavioral change, and understanding this timeline helps people stay patient with themselves. People love hearing their own name. One of the simplest ways to build a connection with someone is to use their name during conversation. A person's name carries personal meaning and identity. When someone remembers and uses our name, we feel respected and recognized. On the other hand, when someone forgets our name, it can make us feel unimportant. Using a person's name naturally during conversation makes them feel comfortable and valued. Therapists also use this technique to build trust and strengthen communication with clients. 9. Multitasking is mostly a myth. Many people believe they are good at multitasking. However, neuroscience tells a different story. The human brain usually focuses on one demanding task at a time. When we think we are multitasking, the brain is actually switching attention quickly between tasks. For example, you might feel like you are reading a book while watching television. In reality, your focus moves back and forth between the two activities. Some simple actions, like walking while talking, are easier because walking becomes automatic. But tasks that require strong concentration cannot truly happen at the same time. Understanding this can help improve productivity and reduce mental stress. 10. Give people choices. If you want someone to cooperate, giving them choices can be very effective. Instead of giving direct commands, offer options. For example, instead of telling a child, "Go and study now," you could say, "It's study time. Would you like to start with English or mathematics?" Even though both choices lead to studying, the child feels they are making the decision themselves. This sense of control increases cooperation. Many professionals use this method, including teachers, therapists, and even restaurant staff who guide customers towards certain menu choices. 11. Sunlight improves mood. Have you ever noticed that your mood improves after spending time outside? Sunlight has several psychological benefits. It helps the body produce vitamin D, which supports both physical and mental health. Research shows that sunlight can help reduce symptoms related to mood disorders, including depression. Countries with limited sunlight often report higher rates of seasonal depression. Just 10 minutes of natural sunlight each day can make a noticeable difference in mood and energy. Morning sunlight is especially helpful because it supports the body's natural biological rhythm. 12. Mirror body language to build trust. One interesting psychological behavior is called the chameleon effect. This happens when people naturally copy the gestures, posture, or speaking style of the person they are talking to. When someone subtly mirrors another person's body language, it creates a sense of familiarity and trust. For example, if the other person speaks calmly and slowly, responding in a similar tone can make the conversation feel more comfortable. Using similar words, gestures, or expressions helps people feel that you understand them. Psychotherapists sometimes use gentle mirroring techniques to help clients feel safe and understood during sessions. Understanding these 12 psychological principles can make everyday life smoother. They can improve communication, reduce stress, and help us understand ourselves and others better. Psychology and psychotherapy continue to show us that small changes in behavior and awareness can have a powerful impact on our well-being.